John Dillinger. On July 22, 1934, 30-year-old John Dillinger walked into the Biograph Theater in Chicago to watch a movie called Manhattan Melodrama. Dillinger had robbed 24 banks across the Midwest in a single year. He had broken out of jail twice. The FBI had declared him public enemy number one and had been hunting him for months. Dillinger did not go to the theater alone. He went with two women. One of them was Anna Sage, a Romanian immigrant who was facing deportation from the United States. Sage had secretly contacted the FBI 2 days earlier and offered to hand Dillinger over in exchange for help with her immigration case. The FBI agreed. Sage wore an orange skirt that night. Under the theater lights, it appeared red. That is why history remembers her as the Lady in Red. As Dillinger walked out of the theater, FBI agents were waiting on both sides of the exit. Dillinger spotted them and reached for the gun in his pocket. Agents opened fire. 3 bullets struck Dillinger. He fell face forward onto the pavement and died within minutes. He was 31 years old. Anna Sage received $5,000 from the FBI. She was deported to Romania anyway. Osama bin Laden. Osama bin Laden was added to the FBI Most Wanted list in 1999 following his suspected role in the bombing of 2 U.S. embassies in Africa that killed 224 people. 2 years later, his network carried out the September 11th attacks, killing nearly 3,000 people in a single morning. The reward for information leading to his capture was raised to $25 million. For almost a decade, bin Laden disappeared completely. Intelligence agencies searched across Afghanistan and Pakistan, finding nothing. Then, in 2010, CIA analysts tracked a courier who regularly visited a large walled compound in Abbottabad, Pakistan. The compound had no internet connection and no phone lines. The residents burned their own trash rather than putting it outside for collection. Analysts determined that a high-value target was living inside. On May 2, 2011 at 1 o'clock in the morning, local time 24 Navy SEALs flew into the compound aboard 2 stealth helicopters. One helicopter clipped the compound wall during landing and crashed. The SEALs continued the operation on foot. They moved through the compound floor by floor. Bin Laden was found on the 3rd floor. He was shot once in the chest and once above his left eye. The entire operation lasted 38 minutes. His body was flown to the USS Carl Vinson aircraft carrier and buried at sea within 24 hours in accordance with Islamic tradition. He was 54 years old. Whitey Bulger. James Bulger ran the Winter Hill Gang in South Boston for decades. He was connected to 19 murders, extortion, money laundering, and drug trafficking. What made his case extraordinary was that Bulger had been secretly working as an FBI informant since the 1970s. His FBI handler tipped him off to investigations, warned him about rival informants, and actively helped him avoid prosecution for years. In December 1994, Bulger received a tip that his arrest was imminent. He left Boston overnight with his girlfriend Catherine Gregg and $800,000 in cash. The FBI added him to their most wanted list in 1999. At one point, he was ranked 2nd on the list behind only Osama bin Laden. For 16 years, Bulger lived quietly in a rent-controlled apartment in Santa Monica, California, under the fake name Charlie Gasco. He told neighbors he was a retired gas company worker. He helped an elderly neighbor tend to a stray cat in the building. In 2011, the FBI launched a media campaign specifically targeting women in the cities where Bulger had been cited, reasoning that Gregg would be harder to disguise than Bulger. A former neighbor who had moved to Iceland saw the broadcast and recognized the couple. She called the FBI tip line. Bulger was arrested outside his apartment building on June 22, 2011. He was 81 years old. He was convicted in 2013 of involvement in 11 murders and sentenced to 2 consecutive life sentences. On October 30, 2018, prison staff found Bulger dead in his cell at USP Hazleton in West Virginia. He had been beaten to death with a padlock stuffed inside a sock. He had arrived at the facility less than 24 hours before his death. He was 89 years old. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more and drop your suggestions for the next video in the comments below.